Alright, so I wanted to make a video about Vespera and Ariel because I think Ariel might be the solution to Vespera. She's not gonna be the best for speed teams, but she's still pretty fast. I still clear Vespera in around 40 seconds. It's not the fastest, but it's sure as hell the most consistent way I was able to clear Vespera. I don't farm Vespera or modules in general outside of 2x, but when I was reading Ariel's kit, I realized that she might be the best PvE unit or one of the best PvE supports in the entire game. Now, why is that? It's because of her S1 passive. She applies this Glint Seed buff that stacks up to 3 times, and when you stack it up to 3 times, it converts to a Prismatic Corolla. Prismatic Corolla increases attack, defense, and speed by 50%, which is pretty fucking insane because the base attack buff in the game is only 40%. Well, the defense buff is like 60%, but that doesn't really matter. And the speed buff, which is one of the best buffs in the game, getting a speed buff from any unit is insane. The speed buff in this game is only 30%, so this gives more than the actual individual speed buff that you can get from some of the units. Now, that's not why she's broken. The reason this is absolutely insane is because this is a unique buff. You can stack this on top of the other buffs in the game to get basically super buffed and just get insane scaling on some of your units. This will be best for... I'm going to go out on a whim and assume she's going to be best in slot for game modes like Nether Quarry. Because her buffs are unique, and she also has a crit damage buff on her S2 as well, which is basically perfect for long PvE modes like Nether Quarry, where it doesn't really matter how fast you beat the boss, it matters how consistent you deal damage. Also, her healing, her purifying, her turn meter, her utility in general is going to be pretty insane for hard PvE modes that people are not able to clear. I'm going to assume that she's going to be insane for Abyss fights as well. Is she going to be the fastest? Maybe not. Maybe she'll be the fastest for some of the modes, but that's not really the point of her. The point is more so that people that are unable to clear modes or fights like Vespera, she should make it a lot easier. This is my Vespera team. Not this. This is the old team. With Nymphonial, Plume, Juanli, Rosa, and Freya. This is the speed team. It has around 70 to 80% win rate. Like on a bad 10 run, I can get 5 wins, 50% win rate. But most of the time, it's like 70%, 80% win rate. Areal team, which is just replacing Nymphonial with Ariel, I'm pretty sure it's gonna bump it up to like 90% or like even 100%. I haven't lost a single time yet while I was doing my testing. I just gave her the same Nymphonial build, but you want 100 crit rate obviously. Around the same speed, she's a bit faster. I'm not sure why that is. My gear is not really the best, but she's slightly faster. And I will show you how it goes. I'll show you the run. Now, I don't want you to copy this team. I want you to use Ariel with any of the units that you have built on your account. I think she's going to be insane with Doki, because Doki also has unique buffs that do stack. So eventually, the longer this fight goes on, the more insane your units become, and the less likely it is that you lose. Ariel's buffs are not permanent, but they're undispellable. They have the frame, the blue frame, that means that you basically cannot dispel or block them. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. So Vespera does dispel a lot of buffs. She's not going to be able to dispel the Ariel buffs, which should be really good for the fight. Let me show you how it goes. Freya's going to apply that attack buff. Bloom defense breaks. Ariel plays. She pushes everyone up because of the overheal. I'm pretty sure I made a video about this exact team already, so I'm not going to explain how it works literally, but if you want to know the mechanic behind Vespera, you basically have to hit her a certain amount of times before you take a certain amount of turns. Plume is dead. That's fine. Doesn't matter, because Ariel, this is the first time I actually see someone die, but it doesn't matter. No one else is close to dying. The reason Plume dies is because she's disorder, and Vespera does 2x damage to disorder units, but Ariel's not gonna die because she has the 15% damage reduction, which is still pretty insane. Let's see another run. I'm not gonna finish this run because I don't want to waste my stabilizers. I want to try other teams, like more free-to-play teams. I still think you need Rosa. I don't think Rosa is negotiable because she hits outside of her turn, and you want units like that that hit outside of their turns. Multiple hits, especially, because that's the mechanic. That's the entire mechanic of Vespera. She goes again, applies more bus. Gonna exit before it finishes. Yep. It's not the fastest, but I haven't seen any run where I'm anywhere near close to failing. I have actually seen some people in the recent clears use this, use her Ariel. Yeah, you can see her being used here. He's using Infonial instead of Freya. I still think Freya is better by a long shot, actually. Shambi user, that's interesting. That's the same team I am running, but I think maybe his is not tuned perfectly. Maybe. See another one using her. Yep, a lot of people are figuring out that she is pretty good. I did get a 41-second run with her as well. I'm using Harmonizer, but it's like a level 0 with whatever leftover chips that I have. So you don't have to get perfect chips for her. I'm just using it for the bit of extra turn meter push. It's not going to be anything crazy. I'll try one more team, one different team. I'll show you the builds one more time. You don't need to run the exact same team. You can just run anything that works for you. The tuning is you want Zhuangli to be pretty slow and Rosa to be pretty fast so that Zhuangli doesn't cut the Rosa. Because of Freya, Freya makes anyone that has a buff go up. So because she has her own unique buff, she always starts with extra turn meter ahead of Rosa. That's why you need the speed tuning to be the right speed tuning. I want to try without Rosa just to see, like, these are all PvP units, pretty much. Maybe some people don't have Freya, but Freya's like such low investment. You only need that as one maxed in. I think she's worth it. You use her a lot in Nether Quarry and other game modes. I'm gonna assume most people have these 4 units built. I'm gonna try and replace Rosa with like Lilium? Would Lilium work? I feel like she wouldn't because she's disordered. She'll die. I think Raymarie should work. Does she have gear? She has the wrong gear on. Let me... I'm just gonna try this just to show you that you don't need the perfect tuning or the perfect team. And hopefully it does work, or at least gets close to it. But I still think the one thing that is mandatory is going to be the Rosa. Rosa's the best for this fight by far. What do I have? Well, I have this. This should be fine. It's whatever. Let's... I'm not gonna save it, but let's see how this goes. This should be pretty scuffed. It might not be very close. But Ariel does look to be one of the best PvE and PvP units in the game, which is good. I do like it when... Like, a unit like Sylvia is pretty bad in PvE, right? But she's insane in PvP. Now, this unit is perfect in both, which is exactly the type of units that I do like. As you can see, her stacks are not really going down, so this might not work. I think you have to have Rosa. Rosa's more important than these units. Yeah, you need Rosa for sure.
Wakefulness is a blessing.
And it is, I think it is worth it building a unit to farm this. I think it is worth it. Let's maybe replace Freya. Would this work? Probably not. Probably not. What would people use here normally? I can try Doki. I can try Doki instead of Freya. Let's see.
I'll grant you one request.
Doki would just make it so that you don't require perfect tuning. I guess that would be like the whole point. Let me save this. Where's Doki? My Doki build is using Halloween, but I'm too lazy to go fetch a perfect Doki build, so let's just try this. See what happens if I do this. Okay. It is going to be very scuffed because Freya's forehead S3 is really important for this fight. Well, let's see. Also, I think there is a bit of counter synergy here because Doki cleanses and Ariel also cleanses, so there might be a bit of counter synergy. Let's see. Okay, Ariel is stunned and she's pretty low. She's back to full. Okay, another S3, which didn't heal because of the wound. Oh, the limit, the health lock. Yeah, that's not good. Only S3. Plume is dead, as she does. And we still beat it, but that was pretty close. This is without any tuning, without any... I don't think anyone would run that team. We can try the turn dot variant. I think you want turn dot fast enough that she cycles the boss to S2. I think that's like how it works. But you guys should definitely, especially if you're a newer player, you should definitely try and make Ariel work in Abyss stages in Vespera, because I think she is going to be one of the best units that will help you there. She's pretty insane.